Hi. Oh, let there be light.
So for sharing mics, do we want to pass one down so Solrak and him can have one? and
He
then
doesn't
you
get to
Yeah,
talk.
then we'll share. And then
There we go.
Cool. We're supposed to start now. So.
Yeah. I guess what we could do is we can go around and say, oh, what have we done? You know,
Sure.
kind of like
Start
how
from that.
maybe how we started, getting into voiceovers or like that. So I guess we can go down the.
Yeah. Start over there.
Yeah.
I'll start? Okay.
Yeah.
What, everything good? Good. Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Solrak. I had a panel yesterday. Anybody go to the Solrak panel? Yay! Woo! Thank you. Thank you for going to the not Black Griffin panel. Appreciate it. I'm sure they recorded it. It was great. But my name is Solrak. I think as you guys that went to the panel saw how I got my start at voice acting. I moved to the United States when I was 12, and I didn't speak English at all. But through watching cartoons, I learned how to speak English and sort of mimic the voices. And that's how I got my dialect down, I guess. So cartoon watching is good. I don't care who says it, it's good. So I've done my own share of screaming covers, as I'm known for. And I think I did a cartoon as Iron Will once. That was fun. Besides that, I think that's about it. I guess I'm just doing my own thing. I haven't really worked on like anything that's independent or a group people, but still good, right? Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Well, hello. I'm the Brony Chef. I know this is weird. I got into voice acting around 2 months ago, actually. I have this friend who is animating the upcoming comics and video of 300, which is 300 ponies, and it's amazing. So I'm the voice of Leonidas. I used to act when I was in. Oh. Cheers, sir. I don't know who poured water inside, but okay. Oh yes, I'm the voice of Leonidas, and well, I was acting since I was a kid, so yeah. Also go to my panel and buy my book. This is so Emil Larson.
Hello, I'm Emily. I don't know when I can really say. Sorry, I've got a sore throat, by the way. So, I don't know when I could really say I started voice acting. I started doing really poopy dubs on like an old Sonic channel. I don't know if that really counts though. What did I do? I did C Students. I did Nicole and Scarlett's friends from Animated. Do you know Animated James? Okay. Yeah, I did C Students, like some of the voices on there. I voiced Isabel with Amanda Pony's song, Turning Over a New Leaf. So that was me. What else did I do? I did a Lappy Pony. It's an app on the iPhone, and I voiced Scootaloo. I can't really think of anything else right now, so.
Good. That's great. Okay. Hey guys, my name is Haley, but I'm more commonly referred to as Hey Lisbeth online. I was a big theater person pretty much all my childhood. From basically 6 years old to even now, I was doing shows. I'm from Kansas City, so I've done shows at the Coterie. I've done shows at Starlight, Kaufman Center. If you guys have ever been to one of those places. So I've just been doing theater, and it wasn't until like the later years of doing theater, I actually got into voiceover, which little did I know that all of my training from theater would go into voiceover. So it was a much easier transition because I had all the training already set in place. So I just kind of I started doing stuff online, and I guess some of my credits. Guys, have any of you guys watched The Jam Cave? Do any of you guys watch The Jam Cave or know of Twisted Grimm or Sam Gray Media? Well, I voiced Jam Mom on The Jam Cave. You guys should totally watch it. They're a group of amazing animators. I also did some voice work for Sam Gray Media with Epic Mind Quest. I'd done a couple of voices for Twisted Grimm, and so has no whacking. And I actually do the voice of Twisted Grimm's main persona, Emmy. And what else? Currently I've also done a couple of songs with Mando Pony. And let's see what else. Currently, I am working as a writer and voiceover artist for Channel Frederator. And what else? I guess in the pony fandom, I've done Moonrise from L Train's Moonrise, and I was Princess Luna, and then I also did a few things for Carbon Maestro, and yeah, and then right now I'm just kind of going out. I'm working on, hopefully, crossing my fingers, working on something for Hallmark for one of their characters, so we'll see if that works out. And I mean, I'm kind of blanking right now, but yeah. So that's kind of the work I've done. I'm still pretty new to it. I've only been doing this for about a year and a half, but I can't wait to get into it more. So.
Hi, I'm Jesse. I go by No Whacking Online. I'm a voice actor. I sound like this in the morning. My voice cracks more than like a 16-year-old boy. I'm serious. Let's see. I always blank on this too because I don't remember everything. I'm Misty, Officer Jenny, Nurse Joy, a bunch of people in Pokemon Bridge. Revy in Dark Swamp. Saris in Helsing Bridge by Team 4-Star, and I'm also Sasha in their Attack on Titan Abridged. I'm a bunch of dying people in Dragon Ball Z Abridged. That's fun. That's what Mike does too. I'm totally blanking. Oh yeah, horses. I do horse stuff. I'm Vinyl in a bunch of stuff. I'm also Little Pip in Fallout Equestria, the radio play. I give up. You go.
Well, in the horse community, I am most known for punching her in the face in Brony's React.
Yes.
Which is my most prestigious voice acting role to date.
Oh yes.
Because it involved no voice acting.
You said a line.
Yeah.
That counts.
Yeah. So I'm not really in the horse community that much, but I have been in a lot of abridged stuff, just like she has. I've been dying extras in Team 4-Star's Dragon Ball Z stuff, or actually it might have been Helsing. Might have been both. I don't remember.
Both. I remember you being a Nazi. I remember. So you died.
You would remember that, wouldn't you?
I
think that's the
would.
type of thing you remember.
Yeah.
I was, I'm Ash in James, and I'm now Meowth as well in Pokemon Bridged, as well as a bunch of others, Pikachu. I am the current editor of Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridged. Yep. Thank you. Tome. We were both in Tome by
We were in
Kurtifer.
Tome.
Yep.
I forget everything I'm in.
I was Elescope and she was Hyperlinks. I also work for Jax Films, if anybody's heard of that YouTube channel. Yeah. So I work for him now. So that's cool. Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah. And he's gonna be in a horse thing, but it's far in the future, so I don't want to like say I'm Octavia, but I'm not saying that. Who said that? I would never say that. Anyway, we're gonna open it up to Q&A.
But you're not Octavia.
I am not Octavia. Let's open it up to Q&A.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we want to say that we're doing, but we can't because
Yeah.
we're under contract or.
Lots of
Yeah, so, but, yeah.
Or Jessie will just blurt it out anyways, like she just did.
What are you
know.
talking about? I'm Octavia. Do you guys want to ask some questions? There's a mic there. I assume it works.
Yeah, probably do the same thing as the last panel in like Warmaline or, yeah, something like that.
Doesn't work?
Hello.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
My question is for you now, Whacking,
Yeah.
because I'm really fond of your little Pip radio,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
as you as little Pip, and how do you feel about that? Because I mean,
Little Pip's voice?
well, Fallout Equestria in general, because I'm
gen-
a big fan of Fallout Equestria, and I was wondering how you feel about it.
Yeah, it's funny. I auditioned for Little Pip not knowing anything about Fallout Equestria, And if any of you have read Fall Out Equestria, she has some questionable dialogue sometimes. And like, when you get an audition that has the phrase Luna's title Mareheat, you're like, what am I auditioning for? But I got it, and I just used my stereotypical female heroine voice. And then I got the role, and I was like, crap, now I have to read this entire like multi-chapter epic adventure in a month or something, you know, before we recorded. And I fell in love with Pip. She's fantastic. I love Fall Out Equestria. It's just, oh my God, I love it.
And anything you want to say about anything about the future, even though anybody that actually has read Fall Out Equestria kind of knows what's going on?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Velvet Remedy like happening, because in the beginning, no spoilers, but in the beginning she's not really there, but eventually we get to see her more, and she's voiced by Eileen Monty, and we're like best bros, you know. She keeps getting cast as my love interest, like over and over and over. The world is
I ship
shipping
it.
us. Yeah, Monty whacking. Yes, I'm really excited for that because I love her. She really fits Velvet really well. And I couldn't picture in my head what she would sound like, but then they were like, oh yeah, we cast Eileen Monty, and I was like, yeah. Also, what's wrong with you? Are you shipping us? Like, what's going on here? So I'm excited for that. Yeah. Hi.
Hi, this question is for One Kids and No Whacking.
Yeah.
What is purple and how do you do it?
No. Any Pokemon Bridge people here know what that means. I don't.
Well, no, they don't know what that means.
Well, they
That's why he
don't.
asked the question.
What do you say, Mike?
Figure it out. I'm not being a dick. Hold on. No, okay, so because half the people here don't know what he just said. So Pokemon Bridged, in an episode, the characters just start talking about something called purple, and they never explain it, and so that's why I said figure it out, because that's what it means. It means figure it out. It means whatever you want it to, you know? Or maybe there actually is a meaning, and we're just saying that to confuse you. So good luck.
We're jerks, so it could go either way.
I guess we are dicks. I
We
take that
are.
back. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. This is actually a question for No Whacking. First question, how did you actually hear about the bronies and the fandom? And the second question is, I actually have a gift for you. It's not really a question.
I like this question. It's the best
I actually
question.
met you back in 2012 at Silly Philly Con.
Oh,
If
yeah,
you
yeah.
remember this?
Yes.
I stole you in the couch for like half an hour.
Yeah.
And I actually have a gift for you, which is some vinyl glasses.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
See
That's so
ya.
sweet. Oh my God. Oh, these rock. Thank you so much. Oh my God.
I actually custom made those. I couldn't find any purple lenses, which I
This
just
is
tried
amazing.
to.
Thank you. No.
We do accept gifts. Just for the rest of the audience.
I
we do.
accept
So,
cash or money orders. Oh, yeah.
But I will get all the gifts.
Nice, nice. All right,
This
all right.
time, I won't steal you for half an hour.
You
but
won't, but thank
I
you.
will say, what did you think whenever you first heard about the Brony fandom?
It's funny when I first.
Actually, the person who got her into the Brony fandom is here today.
He is here. Cage, where are you? I'm not wearing my glasses, so I don't know. I see a blob. That's you. Okay, that's Cage. He got me into it. He's an animation major, right? So he knows what's up with all the good cartoons and stuff that's happening. And so he sometimes sends me things. But this time he sent me like the first episode of My Little Pony, and I was like, haha. And then I didn't watch it because I thought it was a joke. And then, you know, like a couple hours later, you were like, did you watch it? And I was like, no. Like, it was funny, but like, haha. He was like, no, watch it. And so I was like, maybe. And then a week goes by, and then all my male friends' icons on Skype are horses. And I'm like, this has
Not
to be
all
the
of them.
most. He was. He
No.
didn't have it.
I stuck.
But I was like, this is either the most elaborate prank in history, or there's something going on here. So I gave it a watch, and then I watched episode 2, and then I watched episode 3, and then I lost control of my life. And now I'm a horse.
I do have one more question I was thinking about. I'll be done in just a sec.
Yeah, sure.
What do you think about the 100-episode musical thing? What do you think about that?
Is it a rumor or is it confirmed? I don't
I
know.
thought it was confirmed. I heard it was
Yeah?
confirmed.
Well, cool. It's rumored to be confirmed. Okay. If it's real, that'd be cool.
It's like, do you think if vinyl's in there, will you try to, like, I don't know, if vinyl's in there, what will your reaction be?
Awesome. I love seeing me all the time. I just stare in the mirror. I'm like, nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah. Hey.
Hey, my question is actually for you two again. I'm sorry, you guys don't matter. You guys.
Can we have a couple people get online for questions for them? Come on.
Hello.
All the questions.
I'm still here.
No, I mean,
I got an idea. Hey. I got an idea. You can ask us our question, but then on the spot, you have to think of one that all of us can answer.
okay, no, actually,
exactly.
I have one.
all
I
right,
said that
perfect.
as a joke, and now I lost. We lost Chef. We lost Chef.
He's crying.
He's
Chef,
cooking.
come back.
He's cooking.
You broke his soul.
He's cooking with his
All right,
tears.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
That's for me.
My question for you guys is,
Sure.
how is it working for Mark and Little Karibo? I know you guys did a really short thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged in one of his episodes,
Yeah.
and I also now know that you were editing for him. And what's it like working with Mark?
You mean Martin?
Yeah, Martin.
Everybody
yes.
calls him Mark now because of the marker mark. He's
Right,
doing
yeah.
this WrestleMania. Or
Yeah,
The
no,
whole time I was like,
Martin.
Mark. Do I
Martin,
know
I guess.
Markiplier? Did I
No.
work with him and not know?
No, not him. Martin.
Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Martin has been a good friend of ours for a while, so it was like so amazing that he wanted Pokemon Bridge to make a little cameo in Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge, and we were like, yes, absolutely.
There's a funny backstory to that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um,
Oh
so-
God, yes, there's a big backstory to that.
So I when I first started doing any voice acting or online stuff, fan stuff of any sort, I started with a Pokemon Abridged, not the one that we are known for now. It was just me, doing a Pokemon Abridged, and it was the worst thing that's ever graced YouTube.
It's amazing. I got to see it.
It's terrible.
He wiped all of it from existence, though, so I'm sorry.
And I thought that I was like number one, you know what I mean? Because I got 10 views, and that's a lot when you're 17. No offense to anybody here who's 17 or younger, but yeah, I thought I was big stuff. So I messaged him, and I'm like, so I'm the Pokemon guy, right? And you're the Yu-Gi-Oh guy. And when I was a kid, I always wanted Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh to do a crossover. So let's do a crossover. And he says, okay, I'd have to see a script first. And I'm like, what, script? You script? you write things ahead of time? Yeah, so that didn't work out. But we got to know each other a little bit more, and after quite a period of time, we eventually actually started becoming friends. And welcome back. And yeah, so then eventually one day, you know, he was feeling a little upset because he wasn't being able to push out more content. So I offered to edit for him, and I did. Yeah. And I think the Pokemon crossover, he wrote that in the script without telling us initially, and then when he gives me the script, and he says, yeah, you guys need to voice that. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it was like kind of like, you know, a thank you for editing and everything. And so, yeah, it was.
Yeah. And it's amazing because like I wouldn't have gotten into voice acting if it wasn't for a Bridge series, and he made the first Bridge series. So like, it's so great that I got to like become good friends with like the person who like inspired my career. It's like amazing. So Martin's like one of the best guys I've ever met, legitimately.
And he's
so
like
sweet.
incredibly kind and
Yeah.
very funny guy, very talented. Yeah.
Because I know he's had a lot of issues with depression.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
right
been going
now,
through a
and-
tough time.
And his We're Still Here series that I watch.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of interesting to see how he's relying on other people. So
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
great what you did. He's doing great. Tell him I said so.
Okay,
Totally.
will do.
Now a question for all you guys.
So what is it like for you guys to work with Little Karibo?
All right. This is actually a bit of a controversial question. So don't punch me.
Feminism.
Okay.
Oh God, not at a Brony
Video
convention.
game
I'm sorry.
journalism. Ethics in video game journalism. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Equestria Girls 1. Worst movie or worstest movie?
What did you think of Equestria Girls, Mike?
I did not see it.
There we
Actually-
go. No, I was recording for Brony's React, and you were
So
asleep.
technically, I was asleep for half of it. So technically, when she was recording for Brony's React to that, I technically like absorbed through osmosis half of the movie. So some of it might be familiar to me, but no, I don't know.
Did you like it?
Oh,
Hey. I don't know. For some reason, I'd have to rewatch it to figure out why, but I didn't like Equestria Girls very much, and I couldn't figure out why. But then Equestria Girls 2 is amazing, so I was like, what? How did it go from this to this? Like, I really like that they got a handle on how to handle handles.
I saw Equestria Girls, the first one, in theaters, and
How many dudes were in the audience?
pretty much there was. I actually had a little girl beside me,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I was like, it was one of those things
I'm
where it's
so
like
sorry.
I have to like. I was like, there's like people that were like really using a lot of profanity, and I'm like, there's children here, but yeah, there was more boys than anything, more little boy, no, no little boys, more guys than anything. I've actually not seen the second Equestria Girls, so don't punch me. But I've seen the first one. I thought it was better. It was better than I thought it was going to be. So, but if the second one is apparently better, and I'm a huge musical person, then
It has such good music.
then I gotta
like,
watch it now.
yeah.
So awesome.
Yeah.
I had no personal problem with it. I mean, I sort of watched Sophia the First by myself. So I'm okay watching like girly, cheesy stuff. So I had no problem and I loved it, and Rainbow Rocks was incredible. So yeah, I had no issue.
Well, for me, it was really interesting because I just arrived to Mexico and I managed to see the premiere at the cinema, full of little girls. I was like the only brony inside. I was like, oh my god.
What are
You,
they?
you know, the thing is that the brony community make this huge chaos about the movie, and it wasn't so bad, actually. It could be better, but it's like I rather prefer Rainbow Rocks. The music is amazing. I already bought the album. Buy my book.
It's sponsored by Brony Chef. Well, I thought it was great. Equestria Girls, I think it was a very interesting idea to bring them to the human world, or the horsewomen world, as Noah King listed it. Yeah.
Horsewomen.
Horsewomen. As seen in the first Bronies React, I enjoyed the first one, except for one person, Rebecca. Soy shit. Is that how we say her name? Soycat. Yes. PG-13. Next question.
Oh, one last thing.
Yes,
You
sir.
still shipping Shimmer? Is that still a thing?
Yes. God. It's funny because when people ask me that, I'm like, yeah, Twilight and what's her name?
Sunset
Shimmer. I always forget her name.
You-
That one. I always forget her name, and I'm like, yeah, I totally ship them, even though I don't know her name.
Just remember the bacon main one.
There we go. Bacon Maine. Hey, bacon strips.
You guys do matter. I lied. But it was funny. So
Funny to you.
Only a little broken.
Hello.
Hi. So I became a Brody like last year, and this is my first convention.
Oh, cool.
But and so far, like the community's great. I love all you guys, except you, Solrak, because I've not listened to one of your videos yet. So my
Yes, Soul Rack. God.
yeah. So my question, rather request, is that you do a live demonstration or something.
Well, when a man loves a woman. Okay. Well, as much as I'd like to, I think the staff does want to keep it down a little bit. So it's just like policy. It's
Okay.
happened before at other cons. We're like, Solrak, we know you're allowed and stuff, but please have mercy.
All right.
But I guess I could, but just not in the microphone. Do you want me to say anything?
Yeah.
I'll say, what do I say? Any one sentence requests? I guess since you asked, what do you want me to say?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know.
What? One last thing.
And so
for
I
Jesse,
gained $1 million.
for Jesse,
Yeah.
I was meaning to get you a potato because I love the Abridged series and all that stuff, but I forgot to buy the potato.
It's okay, thank you. I appreciate people wanting to give me potatoes, but I don't know what I'd actually do with one once I get it. I'd be like, thanks, I'm going to bring this back to New York and bake it up. Like, what?
What's your question for all of us? No, I'm just kidding.
Hi.
Hello. This is actually a question for all of you.
All right.
Besides any characters that you may have played in any form, who would your favorite background character be?
Do you mean like our favorite background character from the show, or one that like a background character that we've personally played?
Besides ones that you might have played.
In My Little Pony.
Final doesn't count. Final's not a background pony anymore. Taking over.
Favorite background pony that we didn't play.
Yeah. We can start down there.
Yeah.
I played Iron Will. I think I mentioned that. It was fun. They had to lower the pitch, but don't tell anybody. I hope it's not being recorded. It is. I see Rainbow Dash on the cameras over there. She's always tricking me, Rainbow. Iron Will was fun, and what else did I do? I played Soul Rack. Good role. And
I think you wanted one that you haven't played.
oh, okay. Oh, got it. I like to voice Noah King.
Yes.
Lionel, yes. Because think about the bass drops. She'll be screaming, and everybody will be
favorite.
really scared, and that's great. I do Vinyl. I'll do Angel Bunny. That's
Angel Bunny screaming would be amazing.
just like this really angry, manly voice. I'll do it.
I always have this image. I always have this image in my head. Well, not really image, but I always imagine that Angel Bunny's like voiced by Louis C.K.
How
That's
about
my
Samuel L.
headcanon now.
Jackson? Imagine Angel's voice with that. Well, I would really love to voice Discord, but they usually cast me for Doctor Who's, and it's okay.
My favorite background pony is Scootaloo, but I've already done Scootaloo on something.
Scootaloo is not a background.
Not a background? I don't know. What's this? Wait. I have it. Blossom Forth.
Oh boy. Let's see. Oh my gosh, background pony. I guess since I'm one of those dorks who loves classical music, so I guess Octavia would be one. If I guess, because I know you mentioned like some of the more like prominent characters. Sorry, Tara, but I would love to play Twilight Sparkle. So I'm sorry about that, but yeah. Anyway, that's my best Twilight Sparkle voice. So I hope it's good. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Octi also.
Well, I'm such a huge fan of the show. Oh God, I mean, I have actually seen like the first season and a couple episodes of season 2. God. Well, okay, so like I'm trying to watch the show, right? And in between the episodes that I actually want to watch are these episodes with the characters that nobody cares about. There's 6 of them, right?
All the filler.
All the filler. No, actually, not being in the Brony community for so long and not actually doing anything Brony for a while, I always admired the stories of Derpy and like how that became a thing.
Yeah.
It was always amusing to me, yeah. It was pretty funny that became like a recurring joke because they screwed it up originally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll have to go with that.
Derpy, yeah.
I'll have to.
Is that your canon favorite background pony? I just don't expect you to like any ponies, so this is awesome.
Okay,
I
favorite
feel
doesn't
touched,
mean that you
know.
like.
You're least hated. Like, that's good. You're improving. One of us. One of us. One of us. Well, please don't leave.
Welcome.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
All right, my question's for Brony Chef. I know it's a surprise,
Hey!
right?
Oh, yay! Thank you.
So you said you recently started in the voice acting.
Yes.
But clearly that's not your primary goal. You have your whole the cooking or something like that.
Yeah. Like sorta.
How did that get started? I know you have your panel, and I'd sure like to know beforehand. But so how did that get started, and how did you both your passion for cooking and how did you intertwine them into the fandom? I suppose.
Can you rephrase the question? I guess
Okay,
the last part,
So
I didn't
how did
understand.
you first get interested in cooking, and then how did you think to combine your involvement with the fandom with cooking?
Did you cook a horse?
I did for the French ambassador. It wasn't happy because I seriously was thinking I was cooking Fluttershy. It wasn't happy. But okay, I've been cooking since I was 8. So I always loved cooking. And I started in the show thanks to my niece, Regina. She forced me to watch the show. And I seriously watched the tele and I was like, yeah, pastel color ponies. Oh, nice. She was diagnosed with leukemia. She passed away 2 years ago. And while she was watching the show, her eyes were full of light, and it was beautiful. And it was just amazing. So I ran out to my house, locked myself into my room, and started watching season 1, episode 1. I was like, okay, I know how this is going to end. Now, season 1, episode 2. And when Twilight got this amazing Twilight eyes, I was like, oh my god, oh yes, it's happening. I was like, pause, why am I getting excited with this? This is not normal. I was like, I'm gonna finish. Yeah! Let's watch 3, 4, 5, 16, 5 a.m. next day. Oh my god, what have I done? The cutest thing that probably happened to me is that my niece was the first person to commission me a recipe. She wanted a Pinkie Pie recipe, so I developed her the Pinkie Pie cotton candy ice cream, and it was beautiful. So if you want to hear the whole story, go to my panel.
I almost cried, and it's like 12:30 in the morning.
Hello. Yes.
Hey.
I'm so dang short. But so I want to thank you all for coming here because this is my first year for Brony Fest. And everything. So I guess one question is to Brony Chef. What is the most hardest thing you ever had to create? Like, didn't catch the fire of the kitchen, but the hardest thing.
I would love to answer that question, but this is the VA panel.
Okay.
But I'm just going to answer it. Probably making the chimichangas. Yeah, that's one. But seriously, guys, if you want to ask me something, make it just VA. We have this amazing talent.
Yes.
I'm just started like 2 months ago, and I was seriously not into walking into the show just because like no one can like, hey, you use something. Like, yeah, I started like 2 months ago. Yeah, come on here. Like, okay, I can do this.
And a question for Jesse, or now Whacking, or whatever. It's like, you are the greatest for Vinyl Scratch.
Oh, thank
They
you.
they really need to call you up. And it's like, we need you so bad, because she was the hero in, Rainbow Rocks 2, basically.
Thank you so much.
So out of any of the Vinyl Scratch, videos, what was like your favorite to do?
I love all of them, because I love Vinyl. She's great. But I really like when I get to do more dramatic things with her rather than just, I'm a cool party pony. Let's play wubs. Like she's always like that. But I loved I Am Octavia because I actually got to get serious with her, and she felt heartbreak and she felt like garbage, and I got to do more dynamic stuff with her. So that was very fun.
Right. Thank you. And for Solrak, I have something special. Can't do this with the mic. It will break it, probably. Let's see. I love ponies and everything magical!
Yay! Thank you. I always like hearing when people try to, because I think screaming is really nice. It's a great, with responsibility, of course. You want to make sure you got to scream responsibly. Yeah. But it's always nice to hear people that enjoy because
that was my parents. That's what my parents said. Screaming was good.
They said you can never get a career out of screaming. I was like, I'll show you. But thank you. I appreciate it. Mm-hmm.
I have enjoyed the not just Brony Reacts, but a number of different reaction videos to episodes. And I was thinking, with the voice acting talent that we have, has any thought been given to doing a reaction video by characters in voice, in character, reacting to themselves on the show?
That'd be cool.
Do you mean like the actual voice actors, or like just people who can do the voices really well, or
Well,
the
people
characters
who could
really
do
well?
the voices, and you could either cosplay or animate it if somebody wants to. throw
That'd be
that.
really cool.
I like it.
mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, I personally, my favorite pony to voice, because I've done her a couple times. Actually, a couple of it's really funny. The videos that I've done the voice of Twilight is with Rena Chan, and it's like, she usually does the voice of Twilight. She's more known as doing the voice of Twilight in the fandom, so it's kind of cool. It's like, oh, I mean, but yeah. Anyway, if I could do Twilight for those, if that idea falls through, I'd love to do Twilight for that. Yeah.
It'll be Ponies React, a Bronies React, an LP Season 5 premiere. I like the idea. We'll pitch it to Race Best.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
I've gotten requests to do like Let's Plays as Vinyl, but the thing is, like, my personality is so similar to Vinyl. I tried doing it, it's literally just me. Like, it's too similar. There's no difference. It would be forced, like, haha, wubs. That would be the difference, you know? So, if you want to watch Vinyl playing things, just watch me play things.
Hey
Loves,
there.
I mean, Venusaur.
I am like more musically oriented in the fandom, and I love what the songs that you have done. Those of you who have done songs like the "Fly Like You" and the "Moonrise" album. Favorite piece of work by far. I'm wondering if any of the other rest of you are wanting to get into the music. Soulrack.
I'm already in the music. What are you talking about? You hit singles?
You could probably do some metal. I don't know.
She's a really pretty
I did two songs.
I'm sorry, I haven't heard any of your work. Have you done work?
I have. I did Turning Over a New Leaf with Manda Pony. Game of Love with Simgratina. It's a League of Legends song. Cherry Tree, Simgratina. Let me think. Oh goodness. Here on the Moon, Forever Free Brony.
Okay, yeah,
Can't think of anything
okay.
else. I did
Alright.
a couple other things, but I can't remember.
And for the rest of you, do you want to keep doing the music? Like, because I know I really enjoy your voice in that song. It's one of my new favorites.
Oh, Fly Like You?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, it's funny. We worked on that song for like a year, and then it finally came out. So I wanted to talk about that for like a year, and I just couldn't. So when it came out, I was like, everyone watch this.
Yeah. I've been a singer since I was 2, so I'm gonna sing the rest of my life. So I'm always gonna keep doing that. If I can go even further, singing wise, and do some really like high end. This is going to be on television. This is going to be in movies. That'd be amazing. I mean if that happens, that would be incredible. But I'm still gonna keep doing it even if it doesn't. So.
And it's funny you mentioned that because my panel is right after this one at 1:30, I think, and we're gonna maybe be premiering something song related, maybe.
Oh, cool.
Song related in that it is a song.
It is a song. See, you're the one who spoiled it. Okay, I was trying to keep it vague by saying it's a
so
song.
vague
but not.
you were.
It's-
Song related.
They could have maybe not figured it out. Maybe.
Okay. Sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What is the latest you've stayed up working on voice work?
Oh God. I pulled all-nighters. I mean, yeah, it like not a healthy amount of staying up, of course. Like 24 hours.
I pulled up all-nighters for editing. However, because I'm still going to college and I'm living in a dorm space, not currently, I'm back for the summer, but when I'm living in a dorm space, even though I'm living in a single dorm, the walls are so thin that I have to stop at 11. But I usually keep on editing until the break of dawn, so.
I don't know the answer to that. Like maybe 3, because my voice gets pretty shot when it's too late. I start like breaking, like my voice breaks like, yeah, no, I need to go to bed. Okay, so probably around 3 or 4, and then I'm done. AM.
Wow. I believe like 5 a.m. because I usually stop working at 11. So I usually just get to my home and just like, okay, I have to read this. And I was like, okay, let's do this. So around 5 or 4 hours, more or less.
Well, the longest I had to record for a song for Bapseed, the Bapseed cover, since I had to record for 3 different ponies, Scootaloo, Apple Bloom, Sweetie Belle, it took quite some time. The way I record is that I take out my laptop, my microphone, and I go to my mobile studio, or a car. Mobile studio. Professionalism, yes. And the thing is, I didn't have any water with me, and when you're screaming inside a car, it tends to get really hot. And there's also a lack of oxygen. So I passed out while recording. I woke up about an hour and a half later, and I was like, oh God, what's going on? I have to keep recording. And I did. And the sacrifices that I do for this, my God.
Seriously, you're a champ, all right? I can't say I passed out.
I passed, yeah. It's,
you're hardcore, bro.
It wasn't the first time either. I think Find a Pet was also a long one. Oh. That's why everybody asks, can you do Flim Flam? And it's like, no, do you want to see him in the hospital? But I think at one time I did fall asleep, and my father gets up at 5 a.m. to go to work, and I just hear like a knocking, and he's like, hey, are you done? And I'm like, no, hang on, I'm almost done. And yeah, it's take some water with you. You have to stay hydrated. If you're recording in your mobile studio, everybody.
Yeah, it's super important to drink lots of water and to rest your voice and don't overdo it, because you do not want your voice to be shot and like permanently damaged, because that'd be awful.
And if you do pass out, remember that Noah King thinks you're a champ.
Hello. Speaking of mobile studios, I was just wondering what equipment and software y'all use for recording sessions.
We can start down there.
Okay.
I say TIX 123457, President 2012 Obama. It's, I find it funny that everybody's like saying all these names. But for starting voice actors, because I think that's, I would recommend getting a Logitech $40 microphone. It's like it has a little button. That's what I started with. But nowadays I use a blue snowball. It's a little blue snowball stand. That's still what I'm using today. It really matters on where you're recording. Mobile studio, great. It's private. You don't have anybody looking at you unless somebody walks by. Just stare at them, and just keep looking at them, and then you gotta keep recording. And it's private, kind of. You have your. It's nice and cushioned, and yeah, I would highly recommend it if you want to get into voice acting. You'll do some really weird things once you're private and no one's looking. I mean, look at me, I'm pretty mellow right now, but once I'm in that car, you're just not the same person. But yeah, so record with a affordable microphone. Don't buy an expensive one either, because it might not be what you're looking for. And record inside your mobile studio. That's what I recommend. The Soul Rack licensed products.
I have a real check little microphone, which is okay. And since I'm living alone in my house, I can basically, go to the guest room, which is like the pony room, and just get inspired in there and just scream and this is Equestria and all that sort of thing. So yeah, really works. And I use Audacity, which is okay.
Microphone-wise, I use a Yeti. I record on Odyssey as well. And I have the basement completely to myself because I'm a 20-year-old living in my parents' basement. So hey, I have the basement to myself, so I can record. No one can hear me.
I use an Audio-Technica 2020, so it's kind of a fancier mic than some of the. But it's been the best purchase I've ever made. I have my own little. I haven't used a car yet, but the car's a really great idea because everything's very insulated. The only reason I haven't used a car is because in college you don't have a secure place to put your car in, so you don't want to put thousands of dollars equipment in the car where it can get stolen. But I have my own little studio in my room that's all insulated that I use, and yeah, just it's really worth the investment, especially if you really want to get into this. If you want to do it professionally, really invest in an amazing space and audio equipment. It'll serve you so well. So,
I use a C01U and Samson, and I made a big box with pyramid foam in it, so it sits in there.
You also want to know software, right?
Actually, yeah, I was wondering
sorry.
about that.
My recommendation for software, if you're just starting out, is Audacity, because it's free and it's very, very good, very versatile. they've worked out most of the bugs at this point too, which is good. But if you eventually get more into this and you're into the Adobe suite, what is it called? It used to be called Sound
Audition?
Audition.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
that's what I use.
They used to
Audition.
call it Sound Booth.
Something like that,
And I
yeah.
used it all the time when it was called that, so I still haven't made the transition in my head. And I also use a Samson C01U. We're actually hoping to get her a new microphone within the next couple months, like do like a full-on like $300 new setup, you know, with shock mount and everything. So
That'd be cool.
yeah, and I'll be borrowing it because she lives 10 minutes away from me.
Damn you.
Well, thank y'all very much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Hey.
I had a question for everyone.
Yeah.
Obviously, like doing cartoons and definitely like in the video game industry, we all have that one voice actor or actress that like inspired us and like we idolize them. Do any of you have like any funny stories of being able to finally meet the voice actor or actress that like was your inspiration?
Danny DeVito.
Yes. I can hear it. it. I don't have a story, do I? Do you know if I have a story? I don't think so.
She's asking me
Do you know? I have
if
a bad
she has a
memory.
story.
How about you?
Okay. I've met a couple of professional voice actors. I actually did a masterclass with Kari Walgren, and she's done so many things. Like, you just go on IMDb. She's done a crap ton of stuff, but and she's incredible. My favorite voice actor. I have two actually. My favorite voice actress is Mary Kay Bergman, who unfortunately is no longer with us. She did so much stuff. But my favorite voice actor that's alive currently is Jim Cummings. He did so.
We met him.
I
He's
love
really
Jim
cool.
Cummings.
He's really cool.
Oh,
He's
you've
really
met him?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, actually, funny story. We were at a convention with him. It was Kineticon,
Oh, okay.
2012, I think. And our friend of ours wanted to be at the panel, but she was going to be a little late. So a friend of ours who didn't want to be at his panel came in with us to reserve a seat for her. And so he sat down with us, and about 5 minutes into the panel, our friend came. She walks in the room, and our friend who was saving the seat gets up, walks out, and Jim stops his panel, and he says, "Wow, I wish I had pretty girls reserving seats for me wherever I go." Like, it was really funny.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
He's very cool.
Yeah.
So if I ever get to meet Jim Cummings, that'd be amazing. There is actually one story. There's one story I had where one of my friends, I guess, was good friends with Rob Paulson, and he was like, "I have this friend who's a voice actress. I sent him your song," and I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, he really likes it," and I'm like, fate. So,
You really should come
that's
to
my story.
Kineticon then, because he was there last year.
Oh my gosh, I gotta go.
All your heroes are there. You
Yeah, I gotta go. Or ShadowCon, which is in Tampa, which is close to where I go to school. So yeah.
Well, there we go. You know, I just remembered. I got to voice direct Ray Delisle for Epic Rage Time, and that was like crazy because my friend Rob Bob, we were managing it, and so he's like, "I'm gonna bring in the call now." And normally I'm totally chill, but with people like that, I can't. I freak out. So I'm like, "Okay, I'm cool. I'm really cool." And then I get in the Skype call, and he's like, "Oh, and this is Jessie. She's gonna be directing with me." And then Gray Delisle, in her Gray Delisle voice, says, "Hi, Jessie," and I like collapse inside. I'm like, "Hi." Oh, that was great.
We also did voice acting classes with Veronica Taylor, who is the original voice of Ash and May in Pokemon. Yeah, that was really cool. She it was funny. Somebody was there and didn't realize till halfway through that we were Pokemon Bridge people, and then they asked us to no. He realized it when I was doing a reading of the Three Bears story.
You did Ash's voice.
Goldilocks and the Three Bears, right?
Yeah, you did Ash's voice, and then
I did it for the small bear. You know, I did Ash's voice for the little child bear, right? And
the
she's
child bear.
The child bear. And she was like, "Yeah, I really liked what you did with that. It was kind of like, a cigar smoking old man." Okay, all right, I can see where we're going with that. So that was funny. And then after that, the kid realized that we were from Pokemon Bridge, and he was like freaking out. It was funny.
Yeah. And we were like, "I'm so sorry," because like Veronica Taylor, like she doesn't know about parodies or anything like that. We're like, "We're so sorry."
But then he had us call. He had me and Veronica call one of his friends, both using our Ash voices. So that was funny. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, I haven't met my favorite voice actor yet, and it's Jason Marsden for reasons. I think most of you might have already known that. For Max. But no, I haven't met him yet, but he's going to go to ShadowCon at the end of the year, and I want to go there just because I really want to meet him. So yeah.
We'll both go.
Please. I want to meet Max so bad. And marry him.
Okay. I would love to meet Charles Martinetti. Do you know who he is? He's the original. It's me, Mario. Really, I'm just like, wow. I just want to meet him. And I already met my favorite voice actress in Mexico, Ashley Ball. And I was like, oh my God. When I just saw her, I was like, be cool, chef. Be cool. Be cool. Hello. It was amazing.
Well, I was invited to be a volunteer at a parade once, and the Grand Marshal of the parade was Tom Kenny. And I was able to meet him, and he's really cool. I think a lot of voice actors are very charismatic. They don't put themselves on a scale or think they're better than, especially with like Tom Kenny. He was like bumping into people like, oh, sorry, excuse me, and this like SpongeBob voice. And that was just like really interesting and fascinating. And he would just make the voice, because it's always awkward to like, hey, can you do the voice? But other voice actors will just do it because they know that people want to hear it. So Tom Kenny was very cool to meet. I'm still like starstruck. Still starstruck.
Have you actually heard about how Tom Kenny originated the SpongeBob voice?
It was a gnome, right?
It's kind of a PG-13 story, so we can't say it at this panel. But check out the video. Just like say Tom Kenny origins SpongeBob voice. It's hilarious.
It's like a Christmas. The little helpers of Santa Claus.
Like when they go to LA, a lot of times when you're a little person, there's certain roles there's only a certain roles you could play just because that's how it's typecast. And so he basically there's this large audition where they were he was still doing kind of TV like on camera auditions, which a lot of voice actors aren't too fond of doing. They like to be more behind the microphone. But I'll let you consider the story. It's basically he was at a casting call, but you can.
And he was auditioning for a little gnome character, I think. He was just thinking of this little like gnome that was kind of angry all the time. Yeah. Good. I like that.
Yeah. He basically like he was overhearing a conversation of one of the gnomes, like in this kind of I can't say because it was like at all this beep, just it was like you just watch the video. It's hilarious, but
you'll hear SpongeBob say some naughty words.
Oh yeah, it's funny when you hear SpongeBob curse, you've lived life. So
it'll be either childhood ruined or childhood enhanced. Yeah. Next question.
Thank you.
Yep.
Changing things around a little bit, I know that a number of you have been to like any number of conventions as guests or as just an attendees or anything like that. What would be sort of a memorable sort of fan interaction of like folks that know your work that were really excited to meet you? I mean, how excited you were to meeting the people you like. Were there any memorable or sort of like really touching kinds of interactions with fans of your own?
We can start down here if you want, Mike.
I'm thinking.
You thinking? You want me to go?
Yeah, you go.
Okay. There's been so many interactions, but one that just stuck out to me just now is last year at BronyCon. You got one?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Last year at BronyCon, someone stopped me after my panel, and it was a little girl who was about 13 or 14. And she was just so excited to meet me, and she was a big fan of Dark Swamp, which is hilarious because Dark Swamp, like, I swear a million times. Like, I didn't expect, like, 13-year-olds to watch that, but I was 13 once, too, so I understand. She was so excited to meet me, and she was, like, just talking a mile a minute, but she was very well-spoken and wasn't, like, slurring up her words or anything. I could understand her, and it reminded me of me as a kid, and she was like, oh God, I'm really sorry to meet you. I'm like, I have high anxiety. And I was like, oh, I do too, up top. And we like high-fived. She was so cute, because like, it was like mini me being excited about me. It was very surreal. Yeah.
My most favorite fan interaction actually just happened at this convention. I was sitting down. I was at your panel actually. And I was sitting down, and you were behind me. So
really? Your voice sounds familiar.
Oh.
I thought that someone was sitting in front of me, but then my friend distracted me. I forgot about it.
No, yeah.
I
was there. No, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah. There was a guy sitting next to me, and he was like, "Oh, you're a guest here," and I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm like, he's like, "Oh, what kind of work have you done?" And I'm like, do you watch the Jam Cave? And he's like, I watch the Jam Cave all the time. And I'm like, I'm Jam Mom. He's like, what? And it was just this fan. This is the first time I've ever been, like, someone was actually seriously fanboying in real life in front of me, and it was just the coolest experience. I was so flattered. I don't know if he's still in the audience or if he's here or anything, but it was so cool. So that's my best fan experience. So. Yeah.
My fan experience actually wasn't at a convention. It was actually when I went to go see Equestria Girls. There was like a big meeting, you know, all the bronies from Ohio were there, and I went with a couple of my personal friends. And then after the movie, a bunch of us sort of went in the open area in front of the screen and danced. Well, I sort of started it. I wanted to dance, and then everyone else sort of joined. But someone came up to me really nervous, and they gave me fan art and like a letter. Like they gave me like 2 pieces of fan art of my OC and like this whole letter, like I love you and I'm your biggest fan. And I wasn't expecting it. I just sort of went to go watch a movie. And it was really nice. And I stepped out and people were like, wait a second, are you Emily? I said, yeah, okay, bye. I don't know, I'm kind of awkward, so I didn't know how to react. But it was really nice. I really appreciated it.
Well, probably the most amazing thing that actually happened to me was in Flatican in Mexico City. I was selling cookbooks at the moment, and just a guy said, like, hey, 6 people want to know me. I was like, I'm busy. I'm like, dude, you don't know who I am. I'm like, no, I'm busy. Like, dude, I'm the manager of the Mexican VAs of the show. I was like, okay, nice. So I was like, they want you upstairs in the green room. Like, okay, I can go there. So I just grabbed some pins just to give it away, like, here, And the most amazing thing, that Mexican Twilight Sparkle she just stared at me like for 2 seconds, and she threw her phone to somebody else. Was like, dude, I want a picture with this guy. And was like, and I was like, am I dreaming? This is like, do I even know you? I'm like, dude, I watch all your videos. I actually bought a book. And I was like, oh, thank you. I wanted to come here just to meet you. I was like, wow, Mexican Twilight knew who I am. I was like, thank you. It was amazing. It was amazing.
It's always interesting to be working at an office where people are constantly like blaming you for things that they're irresponsible for. I work at a counseling office at a college, and so being able to fly out to a place where people recognize you, they want your autograph, they want a picture, I always think it's pretty amazing. And I always appreciate anybody who wants to take a picture, wants an autograph, wants to play me some video games. I'm always playing some Smash Brothers if anybody wants to play some Smash. I like to consider I'm pretty good, but but it's always, I'm just honored to be here, that the convention has invited me and paid for the just the travelings, and it's nice to be here, sitting here, because I remember one time I was sitting at a panel, not at a pony panel, at like an anime panel, and they would talk about same thing, voice acting and how to get started, and maybe one day you'll make it, and well, not make it, but you'll be sitting at a table and talking about your experience, and that's what I'm doing right now, and I think I think today is a good moment. So I would consider today a highlight of my day. Yes, because all of you are awesome. Yes.
And for
and I want to see all of you on a panel next year.
I did think of an answer. I'll try to make it quick because we're almost out of time here. Oh man, of course it's one with a story. Quick. All right, so we were at our home convention, Anime Next, and our friend Kieran, who's the newest member of Team 4-Star, Lord Moonstone, had flown in, and he was hanging out with us. And we had a tradition at that point where every year at the Abridged Series panel, we would throw a banana into the audience. Because, we figured we'd give you guys something, so why not fruit, right? And we threw, Kieran gets the banana, and he points to where he's going to throw it in the audience, and he throws it, and a dude with a creeper mask on stands up in between him and the guy he was aiming at, and it hits him right in the mask, and there's a huge dent in the mask, and after the panel, we got to sign it.
And Kieran's face was just like,
yeah. Great.
I'm so sorry, Banana Man. I'm so sorry, Creeper. I thought you were Creeper and you were going to blow up my face. I don't even like Minecraft, but I got the joke.
Yeah, so that was fun.
Yeah. How much time do we have before you have to set up the projector?
We could do the last question.
Awesome.
Do the last
yeah,
one.
awesome. There's one person. This is perfect. All right.
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering, do you guys think you're going to keep doing voice acting for the rest of your life? And no acting, if I could have a picture after this.
Absolutely.
How much do you ship Octavia and Vinyl.
1000%. And I'm planning on doing voice acting for the rest of my life. I love
You gotta
it.
retire at some point.
Retire, cash in on all that internet money, and just
The internet
go to
monies are
Hawaii.
overflowing.
Yeah.
Not only am I going to keep doing voice acting for the rest of my life, I'm going to keep doing theater, stage, screen, any kind of acting you think of the rest of my life, and keep up with what I'm actually studying formally. But yes.
I hope to. I mean, I love doing it, and I like to sing as well, so I hope I keep doing that. I just enjoy portraying characters, so I hope I can voice act and I can hopefully dress up like characters at Disney, because I'm just...
We're both Disney freaks.
Sorry. So I hope I can portray characters in different ways. I really hope so. So yeah.
For some reason, I thought you said train conductor, and I was like, that's interesting. I didn't know that about you.
All aboard.
Don't get me wrong, I like voice acting, but I don't visualize me just like sitting in front of a microphone. With respect, it's amazing the job you do. Well, we do. But I really like to get more with the kitchen stuff, write books, and go to chef conventions to expose the Brony kitchen. So that's actually a thing. I'm going to Spain next year, and I have a panel in Madrid Fusion about brony food. That's amazing.
Yeah. Food is good.
Yeah. What was the question again? I forgot.
Do you think you're going to do voice acting for the rest of your life?
All right. I guess the question threw me off. Because I'm thinking about Subway. Anybody going to Subway? Subway.
Food.
Or Panera. It's a step up from Subway. So voice acting. I mean, if I were offered it's never being in this field of the arts. You never have a stable job. It's not like, okay, here you are, you made it, cool, welcome. We have some cookies. It's never like a welcome. You have to keep working every single day. You have to keep looking for people who might be able to commission you. But if I were offered the opportunity to work on something, and I enjoy voice acting. I think it's a great way to portray characters that are inspiring, that can inspire you to do something. I always watched Kids Next Door as a kid, and the voice acting in that show really spoke to me. It was great, and I hope to do the same for...
It spoke to you through voice acting.
Through the... yeah, I will continue to scream till the end of time. I will be, on the day of my grave, I will have 1,000 speakers on my grave and be laid down as a, I don't know. Yeah, I'll just have a speaker. Press here to hear Solrak. And just, yeah. And I'll just say like, cutesy wootsy or something, and it'll be eternal.
Solrak sounds like the guy that's going to end up in a scary movie.
We're doing a creepypasta. It's called the Solrak doll.
Awesome.
Coming this Halloween.
Yeah.
It's going to be cool.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys for coming.
Yeah, thank you so much.
My panel's next, and we're premiering something at us. If you want to stick around, feel free to.
And it's something that resembles a song, apparently.
It resembles it. It might maybe be a song, possibly. Possibly whacking, maybe whacking, no whacking.
Oh, and if you guys have any more questions, feel free to come up to us, and we're very approachable, don't worry. We're not like, stay away from me, peasants. No, we're not like that.
Enjoy Midwest Brony Fest 2015. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Bass cannon.
By the way, buy my book.